Life is like a never-ending story or even song. We all have different important chapters in it, and new ones are always being written. Today, I'd like to share some of the more important chapters in my life thus far. I'm sure there are some of you out in the audience who probably share some common themes and life choices as I have. Using 3 items to represent parts of my past, present, future, I'm going to inform you all about 3 important chapters. First, I will share an item from my past and how it got me here. Second, I will share an item from my present and how I've grown. Lastly, I will share an item from my future and where it's taking me. With that in mind, let's take a trip to my past. The first item I'd like to share is my aircrew shirt. On the front of it has my last name that we etched on ourselves, and on the back it has the logo. I first joined the military when I was 19, right out of high school, and I joined the Navy because I wanted to be a Navy SEAL, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Eventually, I landed a Spec War contract, and it was called Air Crewman, and I worked very hard, and it included a lot of things like jumping out of helicopters, getting the crap beat out of us on the field, running, and swimming, and a lot of extra stuff. It was part of the earlier part of my career in the military, and I did a lot more things after that. But singling in on this, what this shirt means to me, when I see it, I think about all of the hard work that I put in. All the dirt I had on my face, all the blood and the tears on the ground, and more importantly, being a part of something much bigger than myself. I eventually left the military because I got hurt. And when I think of leaving the military, it makes me think of a quote from Navy SEAL Swick that says, "Some people believe that to be strong is that you never feel pain. Yet, being strong is fighting through the pain, breaking barriers, and learning to accept that it is only temporary." After I got out of the military, I started college, which now I'm currently finishing. Now, music is a part of my past, present, and future, but I want to single in on how it represents my present, and that is with this guitar. Her name is Taylor. She's very beautiful. I first met Taylor at a little guitar shop in Florida whenever I was enlisted. I picked her up, and I decided that now was the time that I was going to buy her. I always wanted to be a rock star, and so I figured eventually I would accomplish that after my time in the military. So I bought her and took her home, and I put her aside until I started college. Now in college, I finally went after that dream, and I started playing her, and I joined Commercial Voice, and now I'm giving a recital on her. And showing where I've come from, that's a lot of growth. I've been playing music my entire life, and I always knew that it was going to be a part of my life in some way. And thinking of that, Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "Without music, life would be a mistake." And I believe that wholeheartedly, because I don't know where I would be without music. Stepping out of the formal setting for a second of this speech, the future was a really hard part of this to write about, especially finding something that represents my future. But after a lot of time and thinking, I came up with this, and this is my Bible. I didn't think of any specific Bible necessarily, but though speaking on that, this particular Bible was important to me because it was given to me right before I shipped off. And then I have another one that is also extremely important to me, which my dad gave to me, which was his old Bible. But I grew up in church and learning about God, and that being a part of my entire family. And when it comes down to it, I don't think you can get anywhere without this. And I think of Matthew 6:33, where it says, "But seek the first his kingdom of God and all of his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you." I don't know where I will be in the future, and I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know that I can't go anywhere without this, because I don't think I'm going to accomplish anything without, having God in it first. So today I shared with you 3 parts of my life: my aircrew shirt, my guitar, and my Bible, all representing the past, the present, and the future. Life isn't always as long or as short as we think it's going to be. It's not always as great, but they're made up of significant moments and chapters that make it worthwhile. So thank you for letting me share some of mine.